One of the things that I do very frequently is to have students talk to each other. That brings up a lot more discussion between them and more sharing of information. I also use a little technology. I need to keep up with technology because most of my students are young students and they do keep up with other things that I don't know about. So I use whatever I can in terms of technology to engage them. Engaging students in other ways is also important, not just technology-wise. So I use a lot of gaming in the classroom, games that allow them to tell me exactly how are they understanding the material in a more relaxed way. To make my class inclusive, the very first thing I do about 2 weeks before we start any semester is that I contact my students with an email and invite them to get into our Blackboard shell for the class, where there is a discussion board where they need to engage, they need to participate. The purpose of that discussion board is for them to make a short introduction of who they are, what brings them to this class, what is their academic pathway, what things they enjoy, so they can share as much or as little as they want to. To make it, to complete that, they just don't do their own introduction. They have to read someone's introduction and then reply to that. The very first day of class, I do have another activity that is a little bit more hands-on, that allows students to express what dreams they have, what goals they have. I think it's important to always ask students what their goals are, and that to me is important because it gives me a little bit of a glance into what they want to do individually, and it also allows me to tailor some of the activities that I will have for them throughout the semester. And sometimes it helps me think of activities that I didn't think before, because every group is different, so every group of students will come with something different every semester. If I can name one thing that I'm doing right now to increase equity, is that I changed my entire grading system to a completely gradeless system throughout the semester for their assignments. Of course, in the end, I do have to give them a grade. They have to earn a grade because we are required to give that kind of information about a student. But in this case, they will select what grade they want to achieve, what grade they want to earn based on the time that they will commit with the class, based on the number of assignments that they're going to turn in for this class, right? So there is complete transparency. In a way, they are contracting for a grade, and in fact, that strategy is called grade contract. So a student contracts for whatever grade they want to earn in the end, fully aware of what it entails, the type of commitment in time and effort that they want to have. My teaching philosophy is based on the, maybe it's an assumption, but I think students learn better from people they care about and from people that they know care about them. So I think all of us that are in this endeavor of teaching, that we have to be very empathic with students. We have to be able to put ourselves in their shoes. So if I can establish that atmosphere where students really recognize that I do care about them, I think they are more inclined to learn whatever it is that I can teach them. Well, I teach microbiology, so especially now that we're in the middle of a pandemic, its relevancy is just there. Open the newspaper, open any news app, turn on the TV, and microbiology is right there. It's hitting all of us, in our faces. So I don't worry about having always relevant examples in my class. Relevancy is one of the main things in a class. I think students will not be tuned into a class if they don't see exactly how that benefits them, or how can they use that knowledge in their everyday lives. So how do they know that they're learning? Technology now allows me to have to even measure that based on the level of interaction of the student with the tools that we use. So in essence, there is a report that is generated for them, and it tells them out of 10 times you said you are confident in your answers, 9 times you were correct. And that should help the student really feel them confident that what they learned is there, that they really know the material, right? Which would be very different if the report says or tells them that out of 9 times that they said, yes, I'm very confident that these are the answers, they are incorrect. Because that means that they are not aware, that they don't know the concepts, right? Either way, it tells the student exactly where they are. I know what my students are learning when they can show me, this is a science class where I teach, so they can show me that they can do things, not that they can repeat how things work, but they can indeed show me with hands-on work. And they know how they're learning by looking how their metacognitive levels change over time as they interact more and more with the material.